Oh my
All right.
gosh.
So before, my frame's good, so we can go ahead and
All
do
right,
it.
yeah,
I
we
don't
could
want
run
it.
it, man. We could run these awards.
Let's go ahead and run this awards. Kendra, go ahead and take a sip of that Henny while we doing some awards. Go ahead and enjoy yourself. All right. I already messed up.
Mm.
Next thing. So these are our categories. Man, my camera's in the way. These are the categories of anime that we're going to talk about, or at least what we're going to be doing. So as you guys can see, we got best comedy, best male character, best female character. I'm not gonna say all of it. You guys can read it all,
Nah,
but
come on now.
this is what we're
We
doing.
gotta do it. We gotta do it for him. We gotta do
Oh
it for him.
my goodness. Okay,
Best
you go ahead and
romance,
read it.
isekai,
You go ahead
best
and read
fight
it.
scene, best character design, best animation, best opening, best ending, best fantasy, best drama, best protagonist, best antagonist, worst anime of the year, letdown of the year, best supporting cast, best narrative, best studio, best original soundtrack, and finally, anime of the year. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See how animated this guy is? This guy is like really animated into it. So
I'm ready for it,
he already got
man.
the Henny in his system. He already got the Henny in his system. So Kendra, go ahead and take that. Get them Henny in your system.
Nah, no heading. I got the
Uh,
crystal light in my system. I just got the crystal light, man.
Not winning an award for losing. Hey man. Some of these were some letdowns. Some of these shows were some letdowns. So we gotta slander some people. But first up, best comedy.
Mm,
So here are our choices. We got Keep Your Hands Off Izuken, Kaguya-sama
Sama.
season 2, the infamous Ishizoku. I'm probably butchering it. Reviewers, Konosuba, Legends of Crimson, and Aggressive Retsuko season 3.
Yeah.
So go ahead and tell us what you know about these shows, Dcentos.
Oh
Or at least
man.
who you want to win.
All right. So I'm gonna go off and say like, I felt like this year we didn't really have too many shows that were too funny. Agresco. That's not. I mean, I didn't really see it, so I can't really speak on Agresco.
Okay,
Ishizoku
okay.
reviewers. Nah, man, nah. That was nah. You nasty. If you watch that show, you nasty.
That-
If you seen the full show,
hey
you
man,
nasty. Nah, you
I'm not
nasty.
going to judge. I'm not going to judge. If that's your thing,
We
you.
being
Do you.
toxic today. We being toxic today. You
He
nasty.
already got the Henny in his system. I already know. That's a Hennessy talking down into you.
Kaguya-sama, you know what I'm saying? It was cool. It was cool. Hands off Izuken. I mean, then there's Konosuba, which is a classic funny show. So I mean, not the strongest year for comedy. That's what I'll say.
True, true. It wasn't the strongest year for comedy. Like out of all the 5 shows, in my opinion, I've seen 3 of these shows. No, 4 of these shows. Um, but I don't know. They weren't really like die hard funny. Like to me, these shows ain't it when it comes to comedy. They're good shows, but they're not like funny. So like I would kind of have to give it to Kaguya-sama to be honest. I give it to Kaguya-sama to be the best comedy. If not, I would give it a Konosuba, but I've never seen it before. But I've seen clips and it's hilarious. So, but yeah, that's my opinion.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, so I give it to Kaguya-sama. Who'd you give it to?
Honestly, man, Konosuba is just that movie. The Konosuba movie. That's one of the funniest things I've seen all year. That's what I gotta say.
I just seen that one clip. I don't know if I could say it on stream of
Mm,
the main character like
nah.
his back against that girl, and he
Don't-
said he felt something.
you gonna get
I was like,
canceled.
oh nah, yeah. So, but yeah, so I gave it to Kaguya something. He gave it to Konosuba, and I believe he said Konosuba.
The winner is
So
yes.
Konosuba is the one that
Konosuba,
won it.
Legend of the Crimson. Yes, sir.
This one don't really matter to me. So it's like, yeah, it's whatever. It is what it is. So next show.
I got the next one. Let's see.
Best
Okay,
male
we
character.
got best male
Best
character.
male best male character. All
Yes.
right. Laurent Theory. We got you Ishigami. I ain't gonna say all that. Oh, let me say where these guys are from. So we got Laurent. He's from The Great Pretender, aka the Great Goat. We got Ishigami from Kaguya-sama. We got Ogun.
Ah,
I didn't say Ogun. I said Ogun because that guy's Nigerian. So, that's Nigerian. You got to pronounce it right. Ogun from Fire Force Season 2. We got Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. And then we got the embodiment of toxic masculinity, Endeavor from
yes,
My Hero.
sir. Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Tell us who you want to win.
Who I want to win?
Or let me, go ahead and tell us who you want to win.
Endeavor, man. The toxic masculinity. That
This
man
guy
is
right here.
that man is a black father. That's what Endeavor is. All right, that man
He
provides for
really
his
is a black
family.
father. He really is a black father. If you think about it, Endeavor is really what is the name of that guy that's in the NBA now? He got his kids in the NBA.
Oh, LeVar Ball.
LeVar Ball. Yes, he is the embodiment of that dude right there. Nigga just be Endeavor don't be talking, but if he talks,
Mhm.
he puts his mouth where it is word is. I don't even know. I'm trying to word it right, but he's like all about the action basically. He's not about that talk.
and
So
and his backstory, man. They gave his backstory. That man, he all about the results, man. He
oh, he
sacrificed
really
to
is.
try to become number one, man. Endeavor's
He
my
really is.
man. Endeavor's my man. That's all I'm saying. What you got?
Endeavor is for it. Endeavor is for it. Me personally, out of these 4 or 5, these are some good characters. I ain't gonna lie. These are some good characters. Each one I would want them to win. Um I gotta give it to Ogun because I've never seen a Nigerian person in anime before. This is the first Nigerian person I've ever seen in anime. And what's so cool about it is that this guy has his moves are based off of like Nigerian uh, gods and also like Nigerian names as
Right.
well too. Like I think one of them was like
It was Yoruba
what was one
Spear.
of his moves? Yeah, Yoruba Spear. Yo, when I heard that for the first time, bro, I was like, hold up now. The Fire Force might be the GOAT. It might be the GOAT, The second season was a lot better than the first. So
I
I
agree.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Ogun. The other people, they're not bad to be honest. Like they're all pretty good characters. Like Laurent, I will give it to him. But Ogun's just that man.
Mhm.
Ogun's just that man. So all right. So let's go ahead and see who won it.
The winner is
I forgot that we did that. Yeah, that threw me off.
the
That threw me off. I was
winner
like, wait, hold up.
is
It's not Ogun
Laurent
or
Theory.
Endeavor.
No, it's
All
not.
right.
I
All
don't
right.
remember
Well,
who we picked. It's Laurent Theory, yes, sir, from The Great
all right.
Pretender.
Yeah. Lawn Theory. I know some of y'all might be mad, but hey, man, it is what it is. Why did we pick this nigga, bro? I'm trying to remember. Like, why did we pick this dude?
Laurent, he was
I
he
mean,
was
he was smooth with it. He was a smooth
he was a smooth
criminal. He
he
was
was
a
a
smooth
smooth
criminal.
main
That's what it
character.
was.
He was a really, really good
He
well, he
he
wasn't
was
a main
smooth.
character, but he was just he was controlling all the points of like all the plans and schemes. He was controlling everything. Like he was really the
Yeah,
mastermind when you think about everything. He was
yeah,
a mastermind about everything. He was just cool with it. So we had to get it to him.
yeah. He was real smooth with it. When you take a shot of Henny, it go down real smooth. I think that's the reason why we picked Laurent.
Is
That's
that
the
the
reason
is
why,
that the theme of the awards? Hennessy.
Hennessy, bro. Like, how many times I gotta say Hennessy to get sponsored?
Oh my
Let us
god.
know. All right, we got best female character.
Best female
Let's
character.
go.
All right. Best female characters. We got we got now is it Echidna or Ekidana from ReZero? I don't know how to pronounce her name.
I
Uh
think the dub say Echidna, but the sub pronounce as Ekidana.
okay, we got her from ReZero. Oh, thanks for the
Okay.
follow. I love anime chat. Thanks for the follow. We got Toru Hana from
Hey,
Fruits Basket season 2. Then we got
mm,
Katarina Claves from My Life as the Villainess. We got
mm,
Katamori Sayaka from Keep Your Hands Off Izuken. Then we got
mhm.
Abigail Jones from The Great Pretender. Yomo, tell me, who you picking? Who you picking?
So let's go down the line, starting from Ekidana. Now, this person admit of toxic femininity right here. You
Oh yeah.
know, we had to balance it out. We got Endeavor for toxic masculinity, and then we got Ekidana for toxic femininity. So two sides of the same coin. But with this girl, personality wise, or at least like as a character as a whole, she surprised me. I didn't really think too much about her
Mhm.
when they first introduced her character, but the way that she manipulated the main character Subaru throughout the entire season and try to make it think like she was on his side, I was like, yo,
Yeah,
this girl bad. She cold with it.
she
She cold
cold
with
with
it.
it.
Yeah, when she revealed her true intentions and things like that, I was like, yo, this girl toxic. She toxic and I like it.
And she
I like it.
toxic. You belong in
So
a Brent
yeah,
Fire song. Uh
I'm saying belong to the streets. So yeah, that's her. Toru, I've never seen Fruit Basket, so I gotta skip that. I've never seen Katarina, I gotta skip that. That kind
mm.
of Mori girl, she cool, but she not winning that to be honest. She didn't really do too much for me. And then Abigail Jones, bro, come on.
She
Oh, my
crazy.
camera blocking. Let me move my camera. Let me move that.
Oh,
Yeah, so y'all can see there, bro.
block,
She
blocking the
bad
beautiful
with it.
queen.
She bad with it. She bad with it. So if it's just based off of me, I would give it to Abigail. To be honest, she
Uh,
cool.
I don't even remember what we chose. That's the thing because we did this weeks ago, so I don't even remember what
Yo,
we
we did it
chose.
a month or two ago, so it's been a minute.
I actually don't remember what our answer was. So I'm gonna say, out of all these female characters, man, I say in terms of like having a really good lead role. Oh man, I really like Katarina Clays and what she did in Villainous because she played a very strong Isekai protagonist. She was just like she was kind of like mastermind plans, and she was like trying to figure out ways, to avoid her doom. I mean, that's literally in the title of the show. We didn't put the full title, but she has to avoid her doom. She's coming out with different
Uh-huh.
ways, to befriend a certain character. So I really like Katarina Clays as a female lead, but then Toru Honda, she doesn't have like the greatest presence, but like her, I don't. It's not necessarily like her presence, but like everyone really trusts and like her. So those two are my top picks. I mean, you said what you said about Ekidana, kind of more. I mean, she was a mastermind, and Abigail Jones. Now, I like Abigail, but my problem with her is just that we needed more screen time with her in the show. I feel like we just didn't get enough.
Yeah, yeah. They like hinted on her backstory, and they didn't really say too much about this and about Abigail. Like I wanted a lot more. She cool, but like, yo, we needed some more. So maybe they can explore it in the second season. If the show's getting the second season, we don't know.
Maybe.
So, but yeah. You say you gave it to Katarina though.
Yep. Let's see what the winner is,
All right, let's see who do you pick. Let's
cause I
see.
sure don't know.
Ekidana.
Oh,
All right,
Ekidana. Okay.
Ekidana. Hey, that's a win for toxic femininity right there. Let's go.
That's from left field. All right, that's what's up.
That really, yeah. All right. So next one, best romance.
That's the romance, yes sir.
Now, I'm not big into the romance field, but I do watch maybe a few occasional ones. So let's see what we got.
Yes sir.
So, uh, I'll go ahead and say the nominees. So we got Sing for Me Yesterday,
Mhm.
Kaguya-sama Season 2, Weathering with You, Snafu Season 3, and Tonikawa Over the Moon for You. Dcentos, you are our romance residence
Yeah.
guru.
Yes.
Go ahead and tell
No,
us
as
about these shows.
as a romance guru, what I want to say was that I really liked how Sync for Me Yesterday started off. I think the first like 3 episodes were fantastic, but then like the second half of the show just went to trash, actually trash. But
Mm,
so
mm.
it's not winning. But I appreciate the effort. I appreciate the effort in Romance Stream. It was trying to do something different, and I like when when shows try to steer away from the norm.
Yeah, I
Kaguya-sama,
didn't finish it, so
yeah, you shouldn't have.
that's what you know. That's
Kaguya-sama,
y'all know.
Kaguya-sama. I don't consider Kaguya a true romance, or maybe it
Yeah.
is, but I just feel like we just haven't gotten there yet. Weather Review, I mean that's beautiful. Snafu season 3, Snafu. If you're not on a Snafu wave, then oof, man, it was a brilliant conclusion to the Snafu saga. And Tony Kawhi was probably like one of like the most like innocent forms of romance that I've ever seen in an anime. Almost not necessarily like Romeo and Juliet innocence, but it was like really good to watch. So I mean, all of these shows are really good, especially Weathering with You, Snafu, and Tony Kawa. I gotta give it to those three.
Okay, okay. So, you say Weathering with You is what you want to win? That's what you want?
Honestly, it's hard. It's really hard. Oh my god.
You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. That's the anime awards. You gotta pick your own. I'm gonna pick mine, and then we see who wins.
Just because it was a movie. Let me choose Snafu season 3.
Okay, so we got Snafu season 3 is what he wants. Now for me, I don't care. I'm not. I don't. I'm not big in the romance field, so it's like whatever. I'll
I
pick
hate this
Kaguya
guy.
Sama, but it ain't for me, bro. You know, once you get your heart broken, romance ain't it. Romance ain't it.
Oh
It's
gosh.
only that Henny. That's it. All right, and the winner is
Winner
Snafu. All
is, yes
right,
sir, Snafu
Snafu.
season 3. Yes
So if y'all like
sir.
that, go ahead,
Go
put
watch
dubs. If
go
you
watch the
didn't, if
full
you didn't
thing.
like it, hey man, go ahead and cry. All right. Best isekai.
Best.
So for some people, they might not understand what isekai means. So the best way I can sum it up is basically we have a certain character gets transported into a fantasy world.
Mhm.
Is basically what a isekai is.
Yeah.
So shows like Sword Art Online, Ray Zero. I'm trying to think of some other ones that are isekai.
Oh god, there's a lot
Those
of
are those are really like the big ones to be honest. But yeah, shows like that where you have a person coming from a normal world getting transported into like a fantasy world. That's what isekai is. All right.
Mhm.
So
Let's see.
go ahead and tell us.
Our nominees, we have ReZero, second season. We
Hmm.
have Bo Fury, or I raise my attack so high so I don't get hurt. We have
Hmm.
Isekai Quartet season 2, My Next Life as a Villainess, and Sword Art Online season 2.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh. Now, this one's kind of tough because, it's like Isekai Quartet is a combination of I guess 4 of the shows. Was it 3? Is it 4? No, it's Quartet's 4. Yeah, it's 4 of the shows, but
Yeah.
like it's a combination of what ReZero, Tanya the Evil, what's the other? Konosuba, and what are the last one with the Skull and Bones? I mean,
Overlord, I think.
Overlord. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a decent show, but it's just not.
It's not considered like an
it-
isekai. It's like a
yeah,
parody of these isekai
yeah. It,
shows.
it just it just has them all in there. I think
Yeah.
I think my thing with both Fury and Sword Art Online, like they're isekais, but it's more like they're in a video game world. So when it comes to like the truest definition of an isekai, I'd have to go with My Next Life as a villain. I think it just I think it just really fits the term isekai the best. Although ReZero does also count as well.
Yeah, like ReZero really hits the nail on the head when it comes to best isekai for me at least. I've never seen Bofuri, I've never seen Isekai Quartet, I've never seen Sword Art Online. I kind of stopped with like the second season of Sword Art Online because it's trash. And I've never seen the
Mm.
next life as a villainess. So for me, like my options are pretty limited. I'm just gonna have to go with Ray Zero because I like it. It's pretty good. Y'all should watch Ray Zero. But yeah, that's what I'm going for.
All right, let's see who the winner
Um,
is.
who'd you go for? You said my next life.
Yeah, Next Life as a Villainess.
All right,
Let's get it.
let's see. Ray
The winner
Zero.
it is. Yes, it is Ray Zero. Yes, sir.
I kind of like how we waited like what a month or two before we actually did the awards because I completely forgot. I don't even know who won Anime of the Year.
Oh
So
gosh.
like, I completely forgot. Yo, school has just been whooping me. So
Yeah,
boy got amnesia.
it's interesting. Oh, this next
All
one's
right,
all you.
best fight scene. Now I would love to be able to show these fights. But we have the Twitch cops, we have the YouTube cops, and we have the FBI
Not the
on our
FBI.
case. They don't want us to succeed when it
Mm,
comes to these
the
these
Feds.
anime scenes and clips. So we gotta lay low for the feds. We gotta lay low for the feds. So I'm just gonna show you guys our nominees, and you guys can go ahead and watch it. Wherever y'all at. But we got Shinra versus Kurono Fire Force season 2. We have Deku and Bakugo versus Nines, My Hero, the movie, the second one. We have Zoro versus Joker. This is the Wano arc, One Piece. We have Jin Mori versus Han Daiwei in Gata High School, and then we got Gojo versus Jogo. That rhymes.
Gojo versus
Jujutsu
Jogo.
Kaisen. Now, out of all these, now we have an unfair advantage. My Hero has an unfair advantage because it's a movie, so they have a lot more time and production put into these fight scenes. But when I say that My Hero fight scene, can I spoil? Can we spoil it? It's been a year since the movie came out.
It's
I
the,
thi-
the the problem with it is that it's been a year, but the problem is when it came out in theaters, the pandemic hit and all the movie theaters closed. So
that is
I don't know if
true.
people actually
That
got
is
a chance to see it
true.
in theaters. That's the
That
only
is
reason.
true.
I
But
mean,
it should be on like Amazon Prime and all that stuff now.
oh, it might be. Oh, I have no idea.
I think so. It might be on Amazon Prime. Anyways, look, all you gotta know is Bakugo and Deku go all out against this villain that is basically this villain basically has like what nine? I guess it is nine powers, like
Yeah, he
because
does have
name
nine.
nine.
Yeah, he
So
does.
he has nine different powers, and Deku and Bakugo are just going up against him, just whooping. Like, actually, they get mollywopped at first, and then they go Super Saiyan mode, and they're all just like bodying each other. What made this scene, that fight scene, so good was the music behind it. That man, what is it called? I
Oh,
think
the
it's
soundtrack. It's
you. It's
it's
all. Is it
it's
All
Might
Might
You.
or what's it
I think
called?
it's Might
Might
You.
You. That's what it is. It's Might
Yeah.
You. It's Might You. That song right there with the with the visuals. Oh man, when I first saw that fight scene in movie theaters, my jaw just dropped. Like I couldn't believe it. And everyone says the same thing about that fight scene too. Like their jaw just dropped. Like,
Yeah.
yo,
Yeah.
this scene right here.
I was geeking out in the theater, dog. Like you
I
have
was,
no
bro.
idea.
My
Mm.
mom, bro, I could not believe what I was watching. So that's the only reason why I'm saying Deku and Bakugo versus Nine is that's who I want to win. All these other ones, they're not bad. Don't get me wrong. Shinra versus Kurono, that's a good fight. Zoro versus Joker, that's also a good one. Jim Mori and Gojo and all those other ones, those are good fights. But man, what makes a good anime and also like what makes a good anime in general is not only the animation and not only the story, but the soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
And the soundtrack during that fight for the Deku and Bakugo versus
Mm-hmm.
Nine, that's the reason why I'm picking it.
Honestly, man, now that I look at these nominees, man, when I think of best fight scene, I mean, you can think about the best moment, or you can also think about the
True,
animation. I
true.
mean, Hagata High School has some beautiful animation, so I have to give it the credit. I mean, the Gojo and
Oh yeah,
Gojo and Jogo fight was also really good too, but that My Hero fight, man, it's on a different level, man. I gotta give it to
yeah.
the homies, man. Deku and Bakugo, man. They was.
They killed it. All right, so let's go ahead and see who won. Yep, that's like I
Yeah.
said. See, this one I remembered. I
Yeah,
remember
same.
this
I
one.
remember this one.
All right, so that's our winner for best fight, best character design. Now, when we were coming up with best character design, we basically did it not just the character in itself, but the entire show as a whole.
Mhm.
So go ahead and tell us who we
Okay.
got for our best
Okay.
character design.
Okay, we got Akudama Drive from the same
Okay,
creators Danganronpa. We got Dorohedoro. We got The Great Pretender. One Piece, the who the I don't know who Wano is. And then finally we got Tower
let's see who we
of
got.
God. I don't watch One Piece, man. That show a thousand episodes long. I don't got time for that. So
This-
basically so Akudama Drive, I think the art style was cool, or at least how they designed the characters, but it did remind me a little bit too much of Danganronpa. And I didn't finish the show, but as much as I saw, I kind
Mhm.
of got that vibe. Dorohedoro was very, very unique in character design and even just the world. It was a very unique place. I
Yeah,
really like where they were
yeah,
going with it. The Great Pretender, it had that, just that, gosh, I don't even know. It's like a modern vibe. It's like a really, really
it
like
really
modern show.
is. It really
Yeah.
is.
At times the character designs, it makes you believe that you're not even watching an actual anime. You feel like you're watching like a live action show. So I really appreciate that. And then Tower of God, it was different. It was different. I mean, they had I like the world, and I like the way how things were drawn. I just wish we could have seen more of the world from what we saw. So if I had to choose a winner, probably gonna be Dorohedoro, but I don't remember who won. So that's my choice.
So for me, out of these five, so starting from Akudama Drive, I really like the character design. Each one was very unique, very different. I enjoyed the characters. So that's starting off with Akudama Drive. Dorohedoro, though, the variety in these characters and the world, like it just fits it all together. The show is so weird and it's so weird and different. Like I've never seen anything like it before. It's so when it comes to character design, like I really enjoy that. Great Pretender, just like Dcentos said, it doesn't really feel like I'm watching anime. It feels like I'm watching like a real life Netflix show that was turned into an anime, basically. And the character design was pretty cool though. It's pretty cool. I don't think it's gonna win though, because Dorohedoro and Akudama Drive are pretty unique, but you gotta put it in there at least. One Piece, the Wano arc. Now, don't listen to what Dcentos said, but when it comes to this Wano arc, it's all about samurais and the way that they redesign the characters into their whole. I don't know what the. I think it's called kimono.
Mm,
But yeah, they're all wearing the robes and kimono. I'm like, I
mm,
gotta enjoy it. I gotta enjoy it. And
mm.
this is like with every One Piece arc, they always like redesign the character. But
Sound like
this
they need
arc
to redesign the whole show
looks
and
good.
finish the damn show. That's what it sounds like they need to
Oh,
do.
hey, calm down, calm down, calm down. This guy's a hater. This is the same guy who said like, "Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen was trash," or it's not gonna be all that hyped, and he
Uh,
watching it. So, anyways,
Jujutsu Kaisen is an 8 out
um,
of 10 at best. I said it.
that's not bad. You were saying
Uh,
6 out of 10.
at best. At best, all right.
Okay, okay.
Anything
Let me
higher
pull
than
up the
that
clip. I
is
gotta pull up the
atrocious.
clip. I gotta pull up the clip.
Okay, well, okay, what you
Tower of
pull up?
God. Now, damn, bro, Webtoons took a L, bro. Come on, man. Character design is straight. But the show itself is just ass, bro. Like they did not put their effort into it. But we're not talking about the show. We're just talking about the character design. I like the character design. It's straight. But if it was up to me, I'm gonna have to give it to Dorohedoro because it's just so unique. But yeah, that's my thoughts. And let's see who won. Akudama Drive.
Dang,
I
we
thought it was
really, we
Dorohedoro.
really had Akudama Drive won't win. Dang, that was a
Damn, bro.
mistake.
I'm saying. We throwing tweets like the Crunchyroll Awards. You know, we didn't even know ourselves.
I really damn, was that really what we chose? No, that must have been. He must have been drunk. He was probably off the henny, man.
Man, we walked the Henny, I guess. That's crazy. All right, yeah. So the winner is Akudama Drive. Best animation.
Best
Let's get it.
animation.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
that's the
yeah,
reason why I forgot. Go ahead and
yeah,
say it. Go ahead and
yeah,
say
yeah,
it.
yeah. The best animation is Weather with You. I mean, I guess most people think that a close second might be Jujutsu Kaisen or God of High School because they're really really great animated fights. But I'm telling you, I saw Weathering with You in the theater, and the baseline animation, the detail in the grass, the rain, the characters, the shadows, the details, the building is on a level I have never seen before.
Yeah,
It puts every other show to shame. Like if you didn't get a chance to see it in a theater, I highly recommend that you buy the DVD and you watch it at home because it's not even to me. It's just not a competition. It's like nah. It's like this show's baseline is better than the climax of most shows during their fights. And then when this show
yeah,
gets to its climactic moment, nothing touch it. Nah, there's no way.
yeah. I can see it. I can definitely see it. So yeah, we didn't even want to put any other contenders because
Nah,
the
bro.
show's a movie, and yeah, it's that good. It's that good. I've never seen it, but I've seen the animation. I see it every time I go on TikTok. It's that good. So, Weathering with You, best opening. Now, I wish we can play our opening, but
Mm,
again, the feds are watching us, and we don't want to make sure that the feds get us. So, you're just gonna have to go on your phone, play it, or Dcentos gonna sing it for us. So, either one,
I ain't
either
saying
one.
nothing. All right, best
This
opening.
man, we forgot to we forgot to put out the undecided part.
Undecided. Hey,
Well, it is decided. Let me just say that
it
it is
is
decided.
decided. It is.
So yeah, so we got Jujutsu Kaisen. At this time, was only the first opening. So Jujutsu Kaisen, the first opening. Black Clover, opening 10. My Hero season 4, opening 1. Keep Your Hands Off Izukin, and the Millionaire Detective, Balance Unlimited. Um, Go ahead and tell us, who do you want to win?
So we actually had a long debate about this, and I actually remember who won because it came down
We
to
did.
it came down to
We
a
did.
BS coin flip. All right, but now
Oh yeah.
if I just want to speak candidly and talk about the rest of these, the Millionaire Detective, I didn't really watch that, so I didn't really have no attachment to it. I thought Keep Your Hands Off Ezekin. I thought I thought it was very unique in how it did it, and it probably would be my runner up. My Hero has a lot of great openings, although I don't think this year it was their best one. I think the season 3 opening with Odd Future was the best one. So this one, it didn't really do it for me. Uh, Black Clover doesn't have a bad opening. That's
I don't know
Black Clover.
about that, but
Nah,
hey,
nah, I
that's
know about
hey,
it.
it's
No,
subjective. It's your
no,
opinion.
no,
It's your
no,
opinion.
no,
So
no.
that's
Black
you.
Clover does not have a bad opening. The opening 10 is fire. Jujutsu Kaisen, to me, the opening was mid. I've seen it. It's not. It ain't nothing too crazy for me. So that's what I gotta say.
Hey, all I gotta say is that I wanted Jujutsu Kaisen to win. All these openings, they're not bad. Keep Your Hands on Izukin. It's not, bro. There's no way I'm gonna be whipping. I'm gonna be in my car bumping. Keep Your Hands Off Izukin. Nah, like the visual is what made the show, or at least the opening, pretty good. And Millionaire Detective, the opening's not bad. It's not bad. It's a little bit banger. My Hero season 4 opening 1. I don't remember how it goes, but I know I did enjoy it. Black Clover opening 10. It was alright. It wasn't bad. And then Jujutsu Kaisen, bro, when that opening came out, I was bumping that in my whip multiple times.
Mm.
I turned up the aux cord like it was nothing.
I
Come
don't know
on now.
why.
Jujutsu Kaisen, that was it. That was it right there. Not that Black Clover opening
Nah,
10.
Black Clover
I mean,
was
Black Clover,
deserves
it
to
was
win.
all it was alright. Don't get me wrong. It was alright, but it
Nah,
wasn't Jujutsu
it was
Kaisen, bro.
amazing. The
Let me
Black
just say
Clover was
that.
amazing.
Let me just say that. But let's go ahead and see who won,
Ah,
and I
yeah, yeah,
believe it's Jujutsu
yeah, yeah.
Kaisen.
This
Yeah.
was a BS. This was
Yeah.
up to a coin
Just
flip.
like I
Up to a coin
yes.
flip. If it was up to me, Black Clover would have won.
Hey, but the anime gods chose Jujutsu Kaisen from that coin flip. So there we go. Anyways, best ending.
Oh, I remember this one.
Oh yeah, we
All right.
just we went straight to Jujutsu Kaisen.
Don't nobody watch the ending. Come on now. Don't nobody watch it.
Yeah, uh, well, Jujutsu Kaisen did have a pretty good ending.
Yeah.
It's one of those iconic ending because what makes it, I think the reason why we picked it is because it started trending a little bit,
Hmm.
and it's good when you see people starting to do like I saw people on TikTok doing like break dances off of it, doing like little skits, their own little dance moves and dressing up as
Hmm.
characters. It kind of reminded me of what was that ending of the show?
The
Kakai
Kaguya's?
Sensen.
Okay, Kai
Kakai
Sense. Oh
Sensen.
yeah, yeah.
The one where they're all like in
Oh
the
yeah.
stage and they're doing their own thing.
Yeah.
If you type that opening or at least the ending on YouTube, you're seeing like all these different parodies of it.
Yeah,
So
it's like a Pokemon one. There's a Digimon
yeah,
one. There's a Dragon Ball Z one. There's a lot of them of it.
there's a lot. So that's the kind of impact Jujutsu Kaisen this ending had on it, or at least it had on the anime community. So that's why we picked it.
Yeah.
So Jujutsu Kaisen 2 for 2.
No complaints there.
Best fantasy. Let's see what we got.
Oh,
Go
best
ahead and tell us what we got.
best fantasy. ReZero, Sword Art Online, Dynamachi season 3, or I Can't Find a Girl in a Dungeon. So I think something like that. We got The Journey of
Yeah.
Elena and Burn the Witch. Man, when I think of fantasy, I think of a world, where there's like, I don't know, where there's like a king, and like there's like villages, a king, there's a castle, and there's like magic and people have various different abilities, like the whole fantasy, I guess kind of spiel to it. So
Yeah.
like with a show like Sword Art Online, because it's a game, like yes, it is fantasy, but I just because it's a game, I can't always like give it the best credit. Now
Yeah.
the other three are definitely fantasies for sure. I mean ReZero is a fantasy, but it's also isekai at the same time, so it kind of has that dual role. But if I were to
Yeah.
go like what was the best one, I think the Journey of Elena was probably one of my favorites, just because it did it so the show is actually very episodic in nature from episode to episode, and you don't really know what's gonna happen next. It's literally the journey that she has, and you get more intrigued in this world every single episode, and it just gives a it gives a beautiful job of painting a world that you kind of want to explore. So I gotta give it to the Journey of Elena.
All right, yeah. So you give it to Journey and Lena. I think I've only seen two of these shows, to be honest. Ray Zero, of course, and then Burn the Witch. So I'm only gonna be able to talk on those two. Ray Zero, just like Dcentos said, it's just based off of it's already isekai, so it's already fantasy. Um, there's not really much to say about Ray Zero. It hits everything that's very basic when it comes to a fantasy show. So there's that. And the world is it's interesting. It's a little bit generic, but it's also interesting as well too. It has its little twists and turns. So that's one thing I did like about Ray Zero. It's unique in its own way when it comes to fantasy. Now, Burn the Witch. Now, I believe it was only what, two episodes
Yeah,
or three
two or
episodes, I
three,
think.
something like that.
Two or three episodes. Think of it like an EP, basically. They just kind of threw something out. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, it is a
It's
DP.
basically like an EP if you think about for in a music sense. They really just made like three episodes, and the creator of Bleach, if you guys like Bleach or know Bleach, the creator of Bleach, I think his name is Taite Kubo. He's the one that made Burn the Witch. Now he made this as a one shot and started off as a manga. People started hype it up to the point where it got an anime, but they only made three episodes. And in that three episodes, it was a little bit rushed, but the world was very unique. Took place in London, and I believe it has to do with dragons. And there's this it's not underground, but they call it underground London, where there's like a barrier, I believe is what it was. And in that barrier is like a whole other fantasy world where dragon lives, and these people are taming dragons, and they're using these dragons to help solve crimes and things like that. So I found it very interesting. I wish there was more to it. I really wish there was more to it. Like they've like fleshed it out into a full anime, but they just kind of made it as the EP. So there's that. In my opinion, I would give it to. This is kind of hard. Like I want to give it to Burn the Witch, but we haven't seen too much about it, so I gotta
Mm,
give it to Ray Zero. Like if we had like a full season of Burn the Witch, I would give it to
you
it.
probably would.
Um,
That's fair.
yeah, yeah. So I give it to Ray Zero. Let's see who won. Oh, Journey of Elena.
Yes, sir. The Journey of Witch Elena. Yes,
I still gotta
sir.
watch this one. I still gotta watch it. So
Definitely, definitely do not sleep on this show. Definitely a sleeper pick of last year.
yeah, I see a lot of people. I see some people talking about it, so I gotta watch it. All right. Best drama. Now, when it came to drama, it was kind of hard to define drama. We know we were looking it up online for like a best definition for drama. And I
Yeah,
think even now we still don't really have a good definition of
yeah,
what we could say for what best drama is, at least that genre.
yeah.
Um I'm trying to think of the best way I can say it, but
It's like
I
when you try to define it like online, it'll say just
it's so
something it's like
ambiguous.
something that's dramatic. It's like that doesn't help. Like
Yeah,
you need
it's very vague. So but we got Ray Zero, season two, My Next Life as a Villainess, Fruit Basket season two, Snafu season three, Golden Kamuy season three. Now, I've only seen one of these shows, so I can only pick one. I haven't caught up with Golden Kamuy. I don't even think I finished the first season. I got to, but I've only seen one, so I gotta stick with Ray Zero. But go ahead and tell us what you think.
Yeah, I think in terms of drama, I guess Read Zero is a very dramatic show, and that there's a lot of like crazy things happening. But I guess there's like a whole bunch of different definitions of drama, like a melodrama or whatever. So yeah, My Next Life as a Villain, although it was a great show, I don't think it was really too dramatic. It was just more of her just trying to problem solve. Snafu. Definitely season 1 and season 2 were very, very dramatic, and there was, like, a lot of,
Mhm.
character issues and character building being done. But I think because it was the 3rd season, a lot of things had already gotten wrapped up, so it wasn't, like, too crazy. Golden
Yeah.
Kamuy, honestly, I don't even know why we put this on. I mean, it was dramatic and things was happening and people was getting shot, so that was cool. And then
Yeah.
Fruits Basket was just, I think when you think of drama, I think Fruits Basket would be the type of show you would kind of like lean towards because it's like slice of life drama. It's not necessarily, it's not even romance. It's just like things that just happen and she has to like get through it. So that would be my vote for best drama. Fruits Basket season 2.
Okay. Okay. All right. And with that, let's see who won. Fruit Basket
Yes,
season 2.
sir. And season 3
Uh
is on the way. Season 3
yeah,
is
and
on
I
the
think
way.
this is a remake, right?
Yeah, it's a remake. Yeah.
Or remake basically of the original one that
Yeah.
came out in what, early 2000s?
Right, right. Yeah, in the
Yeah.
early 2000s they only did like the first like it's like doing like the first season of it. But like season like this show right here, with the remake, the 2019 remake, they did the first season again and then they extended on. So technically like we haven't seen this in terms of animation, so
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes more
yeah.
sense. Okay,
So,
cool, cool, cool. All
all
right,
right.
Fruit Basket. Best protagonist.
Protagonist.
Let's see who we got. So we got Kaiman from Dorohedoro. We got Subaru from Re:Zero. We got Makoto Edamura from The Great Pretender. We got Kazuma Sato from Konosuba. And then we got Hachiman Hikigaya from Snafu. Now I've only seen 3 of these shows, which is basically Dorohedoro, Re:Zero, and Great Pretender. Out of those three, in my opinion, I think this one's a hard one because we didn't really have a good protagonist per se.
We didn't.
Um, I dang, yeah, this is kind of hard. So, in my opinion, I kind of wanted to give it to Subaru based off no, I didn't want to give it to Subaru because in this second season, he didn't really have a good character development. I would say, it kind of happens in the second half of the second season. Um, Kaiman, he's not really a protagonist per se, because in Dorohedoro, you don't really know who's a good guy and bad guy. Like, well, you got a good sense of who's who, but he doesn't really act like a traditional protagonist per se.
Yeah.
And yeah, and you have Makoto Edamura, which he's not a bad main character, but he doesn't really
Yeah. I feel like
he gets duped a lot.
I feel like he gets
He gets duped a
overshadowed
lot.
by Laurent. I feel like that's his
Yeah, that's
problem.
what it is. That's what it is. He gets overshadowed by LeBron and he gets duped a lot. And that's the reason why I couldn't really give hit to him. So like this genre is kind of it's not really hitting. But it feels up to me. I think I would give it to maybe Kaiman, to be honest.
Yeah. With me, I mean, yeah, I kind of agree with what you were saying. I mean, with Kazuma, I mean, it was just a movie. It wasn't like the whole like a whole season of Konosuba. So
Hmm.
I mean, he was like funny, but I can't say that he was like truly like a great specimen this year. Now, Hajime Hikigaya, kind of the same thing. It's like it's a season 3, so it's just like you already have this prior knowledge of who he is, and he was great in the first 2 seasons. He's still great in this season, but it's just I don't really know if I could choose him. Maybe I would have to choose Hikigaya. Maybe I would on second thought.
Yeah.
Maybe I would. Yeah, I guess it'd have to be him.
All right. So let's see who won. Kaiman. I don't know
Yeah.
how, but yeah.
All right, man.
It's one of
Yeah.
those ones that we just kind of threw it away.
Yeah.
So
Whatever. It is what it is.
yeah. All right. Best
That's antagonist.
antagonist.
Yes, sir.
So we got Gentle Criminal from My Hero. ID Invaded.
Yeah.
No, I think we mixed it up. It's supposed to be Takuhiko,
Ego.
whatever.
Hashi Shiraya. Yeah.
Um, yeah, Roosevelt from Re:Zero, Mahito from Jujutsu Kaisen, and then Vecta from Sword Art Online.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for me, I'm gonna have to give it to Roosevelt because the way that he just kind of revealed himself as a villain to Subaru in this season was just a masterpiece. Like they really build it up to you always knew he was suspicious,
Mhm.
but the way that it was revealed and the way it was executed was a reason why I kind of like really enjoy Rosal as a
Mhm.
antagonist. Mahito, he's kind of one of those like basic, I'll kill everybody antagonists. I'm just having fun, things like that. Like, yeah, it's whatever. And then Gentle Criminal, I wouldn't really say he's an antagonist. He's more of like an anti-hero per se. You kind of reason with his goals, but I can see he still is kind of considered an antagonist. But if it wasn't for Roswell, I think I would have gave it to Gentle Criminal. But I'm
Mm.
gonna go with Roswell. What about you?
I don't even remember who we chose as a winner for this.
Yeah, I forgot.
I don't know if we even did. We'll find out. So yeah, with Mahito and Vector, they're kind of like the same. They're evil for the sake of being evil. Uh,
Mahito.
not Mahito. No, yeah, Mahito was not a great protagonist. No,
That's what
no,
Emmanuel said.
no. No. Vector, nah. To me, I mean, the dude in ID invaded. Like, if you watch the show, like he does like this really big plot twist at the end. And it's just like, and
Mm,
it's just like you find out like he's like pulling like all the strings. It was almost to the level of like what's her name what's her name
Ekidana.
no like Detective Tsunamori in Psychopaths when she finds out like the secrets about the civil system.
Oh yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
almost to that extent because I really because ID Invade is very very similar to the Psychopaths. Maybe not as good, but kind of similar to that. But if I had to choose, it would probably be Gentle Criminal, just because I feel like to me, he had one. I always argue that my hero has weak villains, and to me, he's like besides from Stain, to me, he's like one of the second best, just because of Deku was saying, he was one of the hardest villains he's ever had to fight because Deku could kind of understand what Gentle Criminal was coming from, and his downfall and how he wanted to do right, but he just wasn't accepted in life. So I had to give it to him. I mean, Roswell, I haven't seen the second half of ReZero, so yeah.
Yeah, so he gave it to Gentle Criminal. I gave it to Rosewald. See who won. I forgot who won this one.
I don't think we chose someone.
Rosewald.
We
No,
chose
you
Rose.
picked someone.
We
Rosewald.
did.
Yeah,
I really couldn't
Rosewald
remember
won
that.
that.
Wow, Roswell. All right.
Yeah. Hey man, that boy was cold with it. He was cold with it.
All right.
All right. Oh, now we got a slander. No, now we got a slander.
Ooh. All right. Ooh.
Worst anime
Worst
of
anime
the
of the
year.
year.
Go ahead and get that Birdman hand rub going.
All right.
Birdman hand rub. Get the henny going. Hey man, we about to go in. So normally we pick 5 choices, but this year we had 3 that were just so bad. They were
Mm,
so bad
mm,
that we said forget 5. We're just doing 3.
mm,
So we got God of High School.
mm,
We got The Day I Become a God
mm.
and Food Wars season 5.
Eh,
Now I'm gonna talk about the first 2 because I've never seen Food Wars at all, and I don't think I will.
mm.
But God of High School. Oh, my drain frame dropping. Oh, that's good. I'll just keep going. But God of High School. Oh my goodness, man, it was such a letdown. Studio Mappa, this is
Mm.
one of those shows that you really let us down on. You did good with Attack on Titan. You're doing good with the Jutsu Kaisen. I think you're also doing some other shows as well too that I'm currently blanking right now. But God of High School, you let a lot of people down. Now, God of High School is one of those shows that was like very rushed. We said, okay, worst anime of the year is not God of High School. You might want to rewatch God of High School because it is worst anime. This man.
You might have to rewatch that
Now,
season.
the reason why God of High School is so bad, at
Mm,
least in my opinion, is because it was rushed.
mm-hmm.
It may have good animation, but it was rushed to the point where I don't understand what's going on. And what makes the anime good is that it has to have good pacing. And that show had terrible pacing. You can't tell me no one understands what the show was going on. All people understand is that we had some high schoolers join a tournament, they fight, and then we had Almighty God come down from the sky and do his thing. That's it.
Yeah.
No one understands what's going on.
No. I
Give
challenge
me
anybody to write a summary of the first 12 episodes of the show and tell me what happened.
no.
I challenge
Not
you.
even that. I challenge anybody to name at least 3 characters offhand. 3 characters. Can you name 3 characters? I bet y'all can't. The only
Nah.
reason I can name 3 characters is because I read the webtoon.
Hyundai.
But the people
Mm,
who are just do the anime alone, name 3 characters.
mm.
Come on.
Hi,
Come on.
hi,
You can't. Exactly.
mm.
Exactly. You can't. So that's the reason why, in my opinion, I'm giving that as worst anime of the year. Now let me talk about my God. Because this show, I wasted time. I wasted time. I'm an action pack nigga. Hey man.
Mm,
If you an action pack kind of person, I guess that's your kind of show. But I
mm.
can't watch a show doing, punch punch kick kick and not there's no story going on.
Yeah, sound like you should play a
And the
fighting
pace
game.
is trash. Exactly. At least Dragon Ball Z got better pacing than that. Come
Yeah,
on now.
how Dragon Ball Z got a better story than you?
Come
how
on. How
how that
Dragon Ball
makes
Z got a
sense?
better story? Come on. Dragon Ball Z is at the bottom tier. That's the groundwork. That's the foundation.
Yeah.
How you messing up the foundation?
Mm,
But that's that show. The Day I Become a God. Now, this show, I should have known it wasn't gonna be good because the creator of Charlotte, and I think the creator of Charlotte is also the same creator who made Angel Beats.
mm.
It was one that made the show, and I didn't like those 2 shows. And so I came
Ooh.
in thinking, "Yo, this show might be it," because the summary is that the girl in the middle, they say that she's a god and that she one day comes down, descends on Earth, and is like she meets the main character that's above her, and she tells him like, "Hey, the world is gonna go away. Is basically in 30 days. So spend as much time as you want to do with your family and friends, but the world is gonna be gone." And I'm thinking like, oh, okay, this is gonna be really good plot. But the show is it's another one where like it's not the pacing as bad, it's just the characters suck. Like you don't you an anime has to have good characters. If the characters are not good, then how am I supposed to relate to the characters at least? You know? That's the thing. Like this show did not have good characters. The plot was dumb to be honest.
Mm.
And it just felt like a big meh. Like it was a waste of time. It really was one of those shows where I'm like, yo, I could have spent my time either studying or watching another show. I could have watched Witch Elena to be honest than this show. But yeah, that's another one. And then Food Wars, I ain't watching that to be honest. I just see a person eating food and their clothes start disappearing. I'm like, yeah, that's not for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it,
Oh
yeah.
man, and it's like okay, so I haven't seen the day I became a god, but I can say just by looking at the cover, it looks very very generic. It looks like look at you you got a white background, so they ain't even feel like doing a background. Y'all just copy and paste the characters right on there. So
High key.
right off rip, it looked lazy. Okay, now that's all I can say because I haven't seen the show. Now, God of High School, I mean, I think you ethered it enough, but like I was saying, please write a summary of what happened. Please write a summary.
Please.
Tell me what happened from episode 1 to episode 12. Tell me what the villain's name was. Tell me what his motive was.
Go ahead, Emmanuel.
Who was the villain? Because I don't even know who the villain was. There were
Go ahead, Emmanuel.
there were like 7 different niggas fighting. All right, I don't know who was who. Shoot. And why is the main character Son Goku?
It really is.
What? So
It really is Son Goku.
now moving away from that, going to Food Wars season 5. Food Wars is one of those shows that I think a lot of people who like Food Wars, I think they really enjoy like Master Chef, like the Chef Ramsay shows because they like cooking, so they like seeing it in an anime form. And it was basically it was like that for us. It was like Dragon Ball Z plus Gordon Ramsay, but in an anime. The first
Mhm,
the first
mhm.
4 seasons were really good. It was a really good story, and honestly, they could have stopped it there, and it would have been a beautiful ending. But like what always made the original seasons good were that you believed what was going on. Like you believed the cooking techniques. Now I'm no chef expert, but I believe that the techniques we're using, I at least think they were researched and it sounded believable. But season 5,
Yeah.
man, first of all, the main villain, really season 5 is just family drama that could have been avoided if the female character, I think it's like Arena, if she just said no. because for some reason he wanted to marry her, but she just felt entitled not to say anything at all. I don't understand what was going on, and for some reason the
Mm.
villain just hated Soma for no reason because he had beef with his dad. I'm just like, bro, like you're a child, like what? Why y'all beefing? Like it's so stupid. And on top of that, the cooking techniques, they weren't even real anymore. People were using chainsaws to cook meat. I was like, what? Why are you using a chainsaw? Like,
Nigga use chainsaws, bro.
like,
What?
the show just went over the top. It got to the point where it's just like, bro, like this season wasn't even necessary. It was like a filler season. Absolute. It felt like absolute filler. Uh,
Mm.
it was
And
nah.
I think that was the last season, right?
Yeah, it's the last season of the show.
That was the last season. Yeah. So yeah. Let's go ahead and see who won worst anime of the year. And I believe it was God of High School.
Yep. God of High
Yeah.
School. Trash.
God of High School. Yeah. Trash.
Absolutely
Absolute
trash.
trash. Trash. If you like this show, hey man, that's you. But if you want to debate about this show to me, go ahead and at me on Twitter at StrawHatYomo and I'll just block you. So yeah, go ahead. That
Oh,
is our worst anime of the year. Now, now we gotta go for another one. We gotta go for another one.
mm,
Letdown of the year.
let down.
Now, these are also some shows that we had high expectations for, but they let us down. Now we're gonna start off with Crunchyroll Originals. Now, if y'all don't know what Crunchyroll Originals, those are the webtoon shows that they brought in for us. What's good, Mighty Mac? Those are so the Crunchyroll Originals are the webtoon shows that they animated for us. So God of High School, Tower of God, Noblesse. What was another one like Oxy? What's it called? Oxynix or what?
What the Egyptians?
Equinox or
Oh
something like that.
man,
What was it?
that
I don't even
joint,
know the name
it
of
looked like
it.
a
Just because
budget Cartoon Network show. That's what it looked like.
I didn't even watch it. I didn't even watch it because that thing lost so much hype. And so I forgot all about it. But he said it was like a budget Cartoon Network show. Um, so yeah, that was at Crunchyroll Originals. They just kind of man, they let us down. They let us down, man. They let us down with that. Baki.
Mm,
Now I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fan of Baki.
mm,
Cause the only reason why I'm a fan of Baki is because of how outrageous it can be, you know?
mm,
Like I just be watching it like, yo, what is going on in this show? And so it set the bar kind of high for me after the first season. But that second season, when they said they're doing a tournament arc,
mm,
and when I say a tournament arc, y'all supposed to be doing a real tournament arc. Midway into this whole tournament arc, they're like, nah, forget the tournament arc. Let's just go straight into the finals. What?
mm,
Who does that? Y'all just said no. Forget steps 1, 2, 3. We're gonna go all the way to step 100.
mm.
No, we don't do that. We don't do that. And the fight wasn't even really all that, to be honest. So Baki, that second season was a letdown, in my opinion. Higurashi, I was gonna watch the show. I think I watched one episode because this is based off of the original Higurashi anime that came out in the early 2000s. And I've seen so many people talk about the show back then. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna watch this, you know? I watched one episode and I'm looking in the comments and people are saying, like, yo, this isn't really a remake. This is like a sequel, basically. And I was like, damn, I can't really watch it. So I don't have too much to say about this Higurashi show. And then Food Wars, you already heard what Dcentos
Yeah,
said. I never seen it, so
mm.
that's his thing. But
Um,
yeah,
the Crunchyroll Originals. Of the two, I like Tower of God more than I like the God of High School. Just because at least with
yeah,
Tower of God, you know, I was at least interested in the world and where everything was going because they all each had their own class abilities and roles, and I was interested to see where this show could go. So I'll give it that.
yeah,
God of High School, man, you could throw that in the trash. Now Baki. Oh my gosh, Baki. So I saw the first season of Baki on Netflix, I believe, because I think like
yeah,
I think somebody recommended it to me. I don't know who, and I don't even know why they recommended it to me. So I watched the first season. And I was like, by episode 3, I realized it's the exact same plot. It was I see you, you see me, we fight, and then it just keeps going like that. Now I really do like the soundtrack. I think the fighting music was cool, but to me it was just like buff sumo wrestlers just fighting each other 24/7. I was just like, you know what? After watching one season, I said, I had enough of this. I already know where this is going, and it's not going anywhere where I care to go. Igarashi,
Yeah.
Igarashi 2020, man. It's now for me. I seen the original series, and I thought I thought it was decent. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen it, and to me, the 2020 version, I don't. Maybe it's because like animation is different, or maybe because it's updated. That I just feel like it lost its charm. It doesn't feel it as scary as it used to be, and because it's a half sequel and half not a sequel, it just doesn't hit the same. I just feel like I don't know if the concept is just outdated, but it's just like it's been done, and I really don't have any incentive to rewatch it because I've seen like the first 12 episodes, and I don't care to watch the rest. I really don't. And I already said what I said
Mm,
about Food Wars. I mean that show was garbage. So yeah,
yeah.
left down of the year, man.
Uh, yeah. So I'm gonna go with Crunchyroll Originals because that's multiple shows that just did bad after that. Man, that thing is such a letdown, man. That thing went bad after bad after bad. So I'm going for Crunchyroll
Let's
Originals.
see.
Like that was
I
such a
yeah,
big letdown.
I gotta agree with you.
That really, it really put. It was supposed to put webtoons on the map because webtoons is just as big as manga, and that thing let us down, man. So let's see who won. Crunchyroll Originals. So
Mm,
I'm sorry, Crunchyroll. I know, I would love to work with y'all, but I got to
mm.
slander. I
Now
got to
y'all gotta
slander
do
Crunchyroll
better.
Originals.
Y'all gotta do
Y'all gotta do
better.
better. Y'all gotta do better. I'm not gonna kiss ass. We can't kiss ass over here. Like I really wish like the best for y'all. But yeah, that Crunchyroll Originals was not it. It was not it. So yeah, let down of the year. So now we got best supporting cast.
Oh, best supporting
Um,
cast.
so yeah, these are just basically the characters that really interact with the main character. That are always in the scene with the main character. So we got the Great Pretender, we got Kaguya-sama, we got Jujutsu Kaisen, Black Clover, and Akudama Drive. Go ahead and tell us what your opinions are, Dcentos.
I haven't seen Akadama Drive. I saw like the first 2 or 3 episodes, so I can't really speak on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I guess with all these shows, I think they all have really great supporting cast. I mean, The Great Pretender. I mean, it's only like
They
what,
do.
like 14 episodes, but we got to see each and every one of the cast and how they got to where they were and what their backstories were. So the Great Pretender did a fantastic job. I can't deny that. Kaiju Sama. Even it's like even though there's like the two main characters that it's about. The rest of the cast is really cool. Like Ishigami, he got his own arc. You got the girl, the
Mm-hmm.
dancer. I can't remember what her name was, but she's really cool. So
Yeah.
I like the supporting cast of the show. I think they really do a good job. Jujutsu Kaisen, I'll say this once and I'll say it again. Jujutsu Kaisen is better than Demon Slayer simply because the characters in Jujutsu Kaisen are written way better. Each of the characters feel like
Oh
they have
yeah.
a personality. They're
Uh
constantly
huh.
making jokes. Especially the girl, she makes a lot of like pop culture references, like a lot. Like she makes smash for the references. So I really like her. I really like the rest of the characters. I think I, they just do a great job, of fleshing out the characters because it's not all about Itadori. Whereas when Demon Slayer, it was all about Tanjiro, and the other two
Yeah.
characters just felt like they really didn't need to be there. Black Clover to me, when it comes to like shonen, I think Black Clover does does it the best in terms of cast because with Black Clover, there are a lot of different interpersonal relationships or inter or like relations but like between the different Magic Knight squads. So it's just like you know, some people like to call it filler, but to me, I call it character development because like between like each arc when they're in that transitional phase, they'll revisit a lot of the old relationships and kind of like tease about what's going on. Hint at different relationships between the characters, whether it's like a love related or maybe you got beef with someone else. Like there are scenes where
Mm-hmm.
Yami, and I don't even know if this is even in the manga, where Yami just roasts the magic captains. He did like two, he like did like 5 times. Like he just sits and just roasts them. So you know, I
I think it
t-
was filler.
wha- yeah, to me, Black Clover got some of the best supporting cast in my opinion.
Okay. Okay. Um. Now I've seen all these shows. Yeah, I've seen all these shows. Black Clover I don't watch, but I read, so I'm all caught up with that. Starting with Great Pretender. I really do love the cast of Great Pretender. Like I really do. And the reason why I really love it is because they really flesh out these characters. Like so not all the characters have their own arc. They're the main like 4 or 5 people have their own main arc. And with that, they go and flesh out these characters. And I feel like that's the reason why I like them. There's more to than what you think about these characters. Like for Laurent, like his backstory, like it really added a lot of context with him. And same thing with the girl with red hair. I actually really enjoyed her arc a lot too,
Mm-hmm.
because yeah, it just really fleshed her out. But yeah, Great Pretender. It had really great characters. Great show. Y'all need to check that out. Kaguya-sama. Um, Now they added 2 new characters in this season, I believe. Yeah, it was a brown hair girl and then the girl with glasses. I don't remember much about the girl with glasses. The brown hair girl, I don't remember too much about her either, but she was but what I did enjoy about this show was that they did flesh out the dude with the long hair. I think his name is Ishigami. His arc where it explains why he's so quiet, why he's sheltered, why he does certain things. I really enjoyed that a lot. And they also added some character progression with him as well too, to where he actually broke out of his shell. So I really did enjoy that arc for Kaguya-sama, but they only did it for one character. Like I really wish they were able to do it for others. They did a little bit for the 2 main characters, the two one that are in love with each other. They don't want to tell. They did add a little bit of like character progression, but not as much as Ishigami. Like Ishigami, I really enjoyed that little arc he had. Now Jujutsu Kaisen, just like Dcentos said, is better than Demon Slayer because they really flesh out the characters and the characters don't feel generic. That's the big thing about this show. From a face value, the show looks very generic. It really seems like it's Naruto because the guy has like what a demon inside of him
Mm-hmm.
that's super strong, and people are
Mm.
trying to go after it. It
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
does seem like
Mm-hmm.
Naruto from word for word, but it is not like Naruto based off the fact that the characters are very unique. They really flesh out these characters, and I feel that that's something that is a talent nowadays when it comes to making good characters, because a lot of these shows they use the same generic themes, the same generic characters,
Mm-hmm.
and it just doesn't work. And so with Jujutsu Kaisen, even though its premise is very generic or seems very generic, the characters aren't generic. It doesn't focus on just Itadori the entire time. And that's the reason why I love it a lot too. It really fleshes out the other characters. So Jujutsu Kaisen's also good. Black Clover, it really is just like fairy tale to be honest when it comes to the characters, and that's not a bad thing. I should clear that up. When I mean by fairy tales, that I love to see certain characters interact with each other. Like when I watch fairy tale, I love to see like not to interact with Gray or certain different characters, because
Mm-hmm.
the character dynamic was it's so rich and there's a lot of variety with it. And that's what Black Clover has. So I really do enjoy that when it comes to Black Clover. And Alkadama Drive, the characters are just unique. It was cool. I really do enjoy Alkadama Drive. Y'all need to check it out. But in terms of what I want to win, I'm gonna have to give it to um damn dude. I'm about to give it a Great Pretender. Yeah, I'm about to give it a Great Pretender. I really do enjoy Great Pretender.
All right.
But
Let's see who won.
let's see. Yeah, Great Pretender.
The Great Pretender won. Look at that, man. Look at that.
Yeah.
All
It,
right.
it won something. It's unlike the other awards.
Yeah,
They hold it.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They hold it.
And Great Pretender should got more awards than the Crunchyroll awards, but
It
yeah,
really should. It
it was
really should.
bad.
But yeah. Great Pretender. Best narrative. It's kind of hard. The best narrative is also one of those where we had a hard time
Yeah.
um defining what it was. It was
Yeah.
also one of those that was very ambiguous. But in my opinion, best narrative is something that can tell the story properly with good pacing. Is how I would describe it.
Mhm.
But yeah, you can go ahead and tell us what we got for our best narrative.
Yeah. So we got Keep Your Hands Off Izuken. We got ReZero Season 2, The Great Pretender, The Journey of Witch Elena, and finally ID Invaded. I don't know. When I kind of think of best narrative, I kind of think of just like best like I don't know, like plot line or based like I kind of think of
Yeah.
like originality. Like what actually happened in the show. Like what is going on. I think when it comes to keep your hands off views again, in terms of like it's very unique in that it stars three female protagonists. Trying to,
Yeah.
what are they're like in terms of like the anime club or whatever, and then they're trying to make anime games or make videos or whatever. So to me, that's a very unique thing that we haven't really seen before. When it comes to ReZero, I don't think it's the most unique in terms of narrative. I think it's really good. I just don't think it's something that hasn't been done before. Great
Oh,
Pretender,
you talking about Raid Zero?
yeah, I'm talking about ReZero.
I think it has its moments with certain episodes if you think about it.
It does. I don't know. It's just I don't know. When I think of narrative, I don't know. It's just ReZero does. It just doesn't come to mind. The Great
I feel
Pretender.
you.
I think the Great Pretender is very unique in the way it's told. I don't
Mhm.
think I've seen many shows kind of do what they're doing. So you know, I really like the Great Pretender. You know, I, I can't talk too much about it without actually spoiling the plot. Let's
Yeah.
see. The Journey of Witchelena, like I said, I mean, I don't think it has the best narrative in terms of like, what I guess in terms of originality, but I think it has a great narrative in terms of the way they describe the world and, how you get very interested in the world as time goes on, as the shows kind of go, because it's very episodic in nature. And I think ID Invaded, to me, I think this is one of my favorites just because it reminded me a lot of Code, not Code Geass, a lot of Psychopaths, and
Mhm.
the whole plot of the show is that they have to like you guys haven't seen it, you have to go inside the id or mind of a criminal and kind of and they have to kind of solve cases that way. So to me, that's like I think in terms of narrative and and what you're trying to do or the story that you're trying to tell, I think ID Invaded is probably my favorite one.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, for me, I'm gonna have to give it to Great Pretender just because of how unique the narrative was. We never saw. So, I think what separates Great Pretender from all the other ones is just that how unique the show is when it comes to storytelling in terms of an anime. If we're talking about in terms of just entertainment in general, like other TV shows, like real life, we've seen this kind of narrative a little bit before, like with Ocean, 11, 13, things like that. With those kind of high shows. We've
Hmm.
seen that kind of narrative, but not in anime, at least not done well in anime too. So it brought something new into that kind of field. And so that's the reason why I'm gonna pick with Great Pretender. The rest, they're all right, but I don't feel like they do it like Great Pretender, in my opinion.
All right, let's see
But
who won.
yeah, Great Pretender,
All
another
right, it's
one.
the Great
2 for 2.
Pretender. Wow, look at that.
No, all
I did
right,
not
all
remember who the
right.
winner was. All right,
High key, high key. Best studio.
best studio.
Now, I should have had like a list of what these shows have done. But we got White Fox, Mappa, Wiz Studios, and TMS Entertainment. I might have to pull up on my phone at least
Come
what we
on,
see. But White Fox,
come
I
on, man.
know they made Ray Zero.
We
Um,
know what the answer is. Come on, man. We know what the best studio
yeah, all
is.
right, yeah, I ain't gotta do it.
Yeah, you ain't got.
You know, you already know, bro. Map will be putting these people in the sweatshops, bro. They be working these guys hard. Like, it's Mappa, man. Mappa made Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen, got a high school. They made a whole bunch of shows.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah,
almost not even something that we even need to debate about. It's like
we
you know
really
what the
don't.
answer is,
Yeah,
man.
they be working them out. They be working them pretty hard. I hope they get PTO, man. Give these guys some PTO and overtime.
Oh
Work
gosh.
them, pay them overtime, man. So Mappa, they won best original soundtrack. Now this is just the show's overall, music. So we got Keep Your Hands Off Izukin, The Great Pretender, Haikyuu to the Top, My Hero, Academia Hero Rising, and Weathering with You. In my opinion, I'm about to go with The Great Pretender because I'm a sucker for jazz. And yeah, I just like jazz and it hits everything that I like. So that's me. What about you?
Um, I guess in terms of soundtrack, like when I think about a show and how memorable the soundtrack is, and I'm not talking about the opening. I'm just thinking about like moments from the show. I think all these shows do a fantastic job. Like there's this like
Mhm.
there's that one theme like that plays in the music and every time that you're about to do something really crazy, and I really really like that theme. So I have to give it to them. To me, Great Pretender, I like the jazz theme. I like where they were going with jazz, but to me, it wasn't. I don't know. To me, jazz just it's not unique to me. If that makes sense, it's good music, but I don't know. I wasn't wowed by the jazz, but I mean, you gotta
Mm,
respect the
okay.
culture. I mean,
Yeah,
haiku.
yeah.
I mean, well, haiku like when a moment gets intense, and it's like 24, and they're like really going back and forth in the game. Haiku does an amazing job as well, man. I can't like all these are pretty
Wait,
good. My Hero,
yeah.
we were talking about that one song, My You, and how amazing it was during that scene versus Nine. So I can't discredit them, but Weathering with You, I don't know, like Weathering with You, like I saw it in the theater, and the experience I had in the theater watching it and not only hearing it with their I don't know, surround sound or 4K sound. I don't even know how to describe it, but that it just I don't know. I felt something during that day that I'd never felt before listening to an anime soundtrack, and I had to listen to it at home. And it's just like
Mhm.
I have nice quality headphones, but the experience that I had listening to that music in the theater is just something that I couldn't replicate at home. It's like you had to be in a theater to hear it, but it was just absolutely amazing. It was orgasmic when they were playing it. So to me, Wedding Review has to win this.
Okay, you give it a weathering review. I gave it to The Great Pretender. Let's see who got it. Oh, I forgot to click. There we go.
Mm, looks like
Weathering
the
with You.
Weathering with You, yes, sir.
I'm not upset with that. I'm not upset with that. So, all right. Oh, I think it's our
Oh,
last one.
this is the last one.
Dang. All right. We're just flying through. So, anime of the year. Let's see who gets it.
The nominees are.
Nominees for anime of the year. So we got The Great Pretender, Ray Zero, Fire Force. Now we haven't seen Fire Force in a minute. Snafu season 3 and Haikyuu to the top. Now, oh man, I know we debated about this a little bit, and I know some of y'all might be upset that your favorite show might not be here. But in my opinion, I'm gonna have to give it to Great Pretender because for me it was either Great Pretender or Ray Zero, but I'm gonna have to give it to Great Pretender because of it was just so unique, man. I've never seen a show do what is done before, you know?
Hmm.
It's just so very unique. It brought in a lot of cultural references like Breaking Bad. They brought some Breaking Bad into it. I love the characters. I love the music. The plot's good. The only downside I have to give to Great Pretender is the not the ending per se of but the events of what happened in the ending is where I kind of have a dock at some points where I'm like, and I don't see that happening, but
Hmm.
okay, you know. But that's Great Pretender. And then Ray Zero, I really enjoyed this second season. The only reason I wouldn't give it anime of the year is because it's only the first half of the second season. So if y'all don't know, they broke it up into two halves. So the first half, it was pretty good, but I want to see it as a whole before I can really say it's anime of the year. And then Fire Force, it did a lot better than the first season. I'm not gonna lie. Like I really enjoyed the second season. I'm looking forward to the third, but yeah, I have to give it a Great Pretender though.
Um, you know, Fire Force season two. It's an interesting thing to talk about, just because of of how much it's improved from the first season. Because the first season of Fire
Yeah.
Force was very, the pacing was off. There was a lot of awkward pauses.
Mm-hmm.
Things weren't really explained, and it was just like it was a show that you turn on to turn your brain off. But
High key.
the second season was just it just ramped up so much, and there was so much improvement with the studio, with the quality animation, with the story. So I gotta give Fire Force a credit. Fire Force isn't my winner, but it definitely deserves to be up on here. Haiku to the top. Uh, you know, I, yeah. to me, this is standard Haikyuu. I mean, if you like the previous season of Haikyuu, this is no different. But my problem with this season, and I guess with how they're doing Haikyuu, is that they're only doing one game per season or one like set per season. So it's just like I really, really wanted to see more of the tournament going on, but so that's my only problem. Haikyuu to the top. I really wish they'd speed up the
Flush it out.
pacing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you give us 12 episodes, but it's just one set. Like look at the other teams in the tournament. Um,
Yeah.
ReZero. I think ReZero is really great, but because the season didn't finish, I can't really say much. Now to me, it's
Hmm.
really between the Great Pretender and Snafu season 3. To me, like if I look at everything as a whole right now, to me the best anime on here, if I look at everything as a whole, to me is Snafu season 3. If I just consider season 1 and 2 and where we got in 3, man, 3 was that shit was emotional, man. That shit had me tearing up, though. At the end, bro. Snafu
Mm.
season 3 at the end, man, I was like, oh man, I was like,
Mm.
this is a perfect ending to the show. And I only say this because Snafu season 2 came out in 2015. So we were waiting what like 5 years for this. We were waiting
In a minute.
5 years for season 3. So it's just like to me I really like The Great Pretender, but to me my winner is Snafu season 3 of Anime of the Year.
Okay. So we have some guy come in my chat, Kaiba. This man said they all trash. Now, before I slander you,
Oh my gosh.
don't you watch Boruto? Your opinion is invalid. Once you say you watch Boruto, there's nothing you can say that can redeem yourself, you know? Come on, man. You say they
Mm.
all trash. You watch Boruto. Come on, man. Come on. How am I supposed to respect another brother if you watch
Mhm.
Boruto? Boruto is lit. I'd have blocked you right now, to be honest. I'd have
That's
blocked
bait.
you.
That's bait, bro. That's bait.
I'm
Nah.
saying
Mm,
Boruto is lit. Nah, I don't know about that,
mm.
my guy.
And
I don't know about that.
and I guess the other elephant in the room is that we didn't include Jujutsu Kaisen. Simply
Yeah, we
because
didn't include it. It
yeah,
didn't finish though.
it didn't finish, and I think at the time I don't even think it's really deserving of the award. It's not finished
Yeah.
yet. There's still more of the season that we have to see. So it just at the time that we made this, it really didn't feel right to be honest to be nominated on here. Maybe now since there's only like 3 episodes left, maybe it would have been on here. But at the time, it to me it just didn't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just way too early. I mean, wait, he said, "What's wrong, Boruto? Give me one good
The first
reason."
100
Dude,
episodes are
it
filler.
yeah,
There you
that's
go.
one.
There you go. The
That's
first
the
100
easiest
episodes are
one right there, to be honest.
filler. There you go. It's not
And
even in the
not
manga.
only that, wait, not only that,
The
it's just that Boruto is just so it feels like a lazy job of
mm,
Naruto, basically.
the character
Um,
Denki isn't even in the manga. Come on.
I don't even know who that is, to be honest.
I've seen Boruto. I've seen it. It's trash. I've seen it. All right.
Yeah,
It's
that mess is trash, to be honest, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, hey man, to each their own. If you like Boruto, that's cool. One man's trash is another man's treasure.
mm,
It's not supposed to be like Naruto. You know that, right?
which is the problem. It's the problem. The
Yeah,
problem with Boruto is that the show doesn't have a premise because the war is over. The great ninja war is over. I mean, Naruto solved anything. If there was to be an issue in Boruto, you would ask, why is there an issue? Why doesn't Naruto doesn't just solve the issue because he's a Hokage, or why doesn't Sasuke just step in and do something? Because
a
there
new war is starting. Okay,
it's because there's no issue in the show that could logically happen that would make sense for Boruto and his team to solve. It's just any issue that you have is just gonna be bad. That's the problem with Boruto. You need to eliminate Naruto and Sasuke for that show to have any potential. That's the problem.
high key, high key. Hey man, to each their own. That's all I gotta say. But anime of the year, we gave it to The Great Pretender.
Great pretender, yes sir.
So if y'all bored, nothing to watch, you're getting tired of watching Boruto, go ahead and watch The Great Pretender. That's where it's at right now. The show is really good. I really enjoyed it. It was definitely different from any of the other anime that we've definitely seen before.
Yeah.
It is something new, basically, is what I'm saying. Like the
That's
show did something
that's a
new.
W for Netflix anime. Cause I know Netflix
It
anime
really
be
is a
struggling.
W for
That's a
Netflix
W.
anime. It really is a W. Like this is
Yeah.
the first show where I was like, "Yo, Netflix really was in their bag for this one." Now these next couple of Netflix shows that are coming out. Well,
Mm,
we'll save that. We'll save that
yeah,
for our
we'll
next
have to
video.
see.
Yeah, we'll save that because I've seen the clips and I'm like, this ain't it. This ain't it at all. But yeah, that's it. Those are our anime of the year. What do
Yes,
you say?
sir.
Naruto is the president. Now all he does is paperwork. Now y'all mad because he's washed up now?
I ain't mad at
Hey
Naruto.
man,
All right, I don't have no affiliation
I'm
to
not.
Naruto.
I don't have no affiliate. Yeah, I don't care about that.
I don't care about
I do
Naruto.
not care
I,
about that, to be honest.
I'm just telling you what I've seen.
Blame the author for writing such a trash character, to be
Yeah,
honest. Hey man, don't take it up with me. Blame the author. But yeah, that's
yeah, that
anime
is the
of the
anime of the
year.
awards.
If
Yep.
y'all, you know, the we put some time and effort into this. I know we wanted to do it like right after the Crunchyroll Awards, but life happens.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, appreciate y'all coming through, showing some love. Um, we should be making another review video of like our next season anime. So what is it gonna be? This is gonna be spring, right?
I think
It's
it's
spring
spring.
2021. Yeah,
Like
spring
the
2021.
previews or the we're actually doing
Oh,
the
previews.
pre. Oh,
The
that's gonna
actual
be soon.
review, that's not gonna happen till like maybe 3 more weeks.
Yeah, oh, I got a
Yeah,
lot of shows to
cause
watch.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
behind. I'm behind. So,
yeah. Hey man, you got 3 weeks.
ooh, give it like
If we
5.
do our review, this man. So we're gonna do our review, but I guess before the review, we're gonna do our preview of spring 2021 anime. So be on the lookout for that. There's a lot of good shows. I was looking through a little bit, and it's this next season is gonna be just as stacked as this one because this season, yo, I'm watching like 11 shows. I think I only dropped like maybe one show, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm watching like 11 good shows. So the season's pretty good. The season's pretty
Yeah.
good. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this is the Anime Awards. Dcentos, do you have any closing statements for us?
Uh, you know, there were a lot of I guess decisions or winners here today.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What we say is not law. I mean, you're entitled to your own opinion. It's it's anime. I mean, anime is great. We all watch it to enjoy it. So I mean, just enjoy what you
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Personally, as we said, Great Pretender was probably one of the best this year. And that's sad. And if you don't agree, man, well then maybe just a filthy
That's it.
casual. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, maybe that's it. That's it right there. But yeah, I don't really have any other closing statements. Just that appreciate you guys coming through, showing love. Try to stream whenever I can. But your boy's in school, trying to get that degree. But once we finish that, hey man, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. So appreciate y'all coming through. Make sure y'all watch good anime. Don't watch that Boruto. I mean, unless y'all want to, it's up to you.
I don't do
I don't
that.
know. I'm just messing with you. I just love messing with Kaiba. But yeah, appreciate y'all coming through, showing love. But yeah, that was our Anime Awards 2020. We hope that next year we can do something even bigger, better. Bigger and better things. We're speaking into this year. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, yes sir. That's what we're doing. So yeah, appreciate y'all coming through. I'm gonna go ahead and dip. I might stream later this week. I'm on spring break, so we'll see. Maybe not, but yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All
We're out.
right. Peace out.
Peace.